Oh, hi there. Welcome back to another video, and this one is about Red Deku. If you don't remember, he recently just got buffed in Season 5, and I think this kind of puts him maybe around top 5 characters because this character is crazy. His special action was buffed, meaning that he can pick up characters and take less damage now if he's getting hit when he does pick up characters, or teammates rather. And then he had a health change. His health jumped up to 350, which is pretty huge, especially for a striker character. That means he's going to naturally just be able to take more damage, can last longer out in the storm, all those great fun things that come with having a higher HP. His beta was buffed as well, so his beta, it doesn't track people while you're in the air. It's kind of hard to just, like, you know, it doesn't really have any momentum. It doesn't lock on anybody when you go to use it in the air. However, if you use it on the ground, you can definitely track some targets and hit pretty hard. But back to what I was saying about the buff, what they did to it, they increased the damage based on the height, and they made it easier to reach maximum power by reducing the required height. So that means he no longer needs to be as high as he needed to be before in order to hit the high amount of damage that people were probably looking for out of his beta. And then they went ahead and buffed his gamma, which reduces the time until a jump is activated by long pressing, meaning that you just press it and you hold it, but you don't have to hold it as long for it to go off and get that height that you're looking for if you want it to go as high as possible. And then they increased the height of the jump by long pressing as well. So that is huge. That is huge for this character, and I'm sure there will be plenty of times where in this video it will be demonstrated, and we're going to talk about the rest of this match. I think this character is definitely probably top 5. He hits hard. He's got a decent defense mechanic. Like, he's got the ground that he can put up. When he does jump, it's kind of hard to like keep eyes on him, seeing whether or not he did jump, because it's kind of fast. Like, when he goes up really fast. Or if he doesn't go up, then you might just think to yourself, oh, I saw the rock, he already went up, so you start panning up. Meanwhile, he's just sitting behind the rock. He's not in the air. And then he can also pick up teammates. He's got, like, I didn't do it in this video, but he can pick up teammates by putting the rock down in front of his teammates and then picking them up, meaning like you have a wall that kind of protects you while you pick up your teammate and then put them back down, which is pretty cool. Really cool tech to use. But my biggest gripe with this character when I first started playing with him was that I wasn't using the beta properly until I like learned how to use it. I unlocked this character back when he first came out, but I only did like a few games with him. Wasn't really all that interested in playing this character. However, I thought he was strong back then just because I've seen other people make him work really well. But now he's just really, really strong. But anyway, talking about his gamma, besides just protecting people and picking them up with it, like it just being a wall, you can also use it through walls. And there's quite a few times where I've gotten some kills just smacking somebody through the wall just by, you know, I run up to the wall, I can hear them where they're walking and such, and then I'll press the gamma, and next thing you know, I either got like a down or a shield break, or just I know I did some damage to somebody because numbers are popping up and it'll just pop up out of nowhere. So yeah, this character kind of crazy right now. For those that don't know or don't remember, if you aim down sight or if you just aim down sight and then you hit the alpha, he will kind of put all of those shots close together. It won't be like a spread shot. It'll just be like a more of like a slug shot from a shotgun. But then when he's not aiming down sight, it's a horizontal spread where if all of those bullets do hit, they still do the same amount of damage regardless of whether or not you're ADSing. So this character, man, and like here you can see me doing the slam on the Deku through the wall. Oh yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to mention about the gamma too, was that the gamma, it doesn't protect you from everything. Like Shigaraki can still send, oh, that was 200 damage on that beta, holy. Shigaraki can still send flames, Todoroki can still send his ice through your wall, so it's not necessarily a shield. However, it does offer some protection against projectiles should you need it, and you can you could already assume that it's not going to be that way against Bakugo. Like, Bakugo's still just going to be able to shoot through you. So, not really, you know, it's not the best defensive answer. However, oh, there's the... There's the Gamma through the wall that I was just talking about. We were able to get it down off of that, and then we pick up my teammate, and I'll put him down immediately. He's back up. I was trying to track with the beta because this is really when I started getting into the flow of the character, and we are able to down that Aizawa. I don't think it was me who downed it. I think it was my Cemental's buddy here. However, yeah, that Gamma through the wall, super, super good. And I'm just trying to track here on the Toga with the beta, but she, with all these rocks inside, it was me trying to just scramble onto her. I should have been ADSing there. I didn't know that she was already outside of the place, or even that close to me for that matter. So her doing the beta right there was pretty smart on her part. However, we are not able to catch her before we have to get out of the circle. And she's already zipping away with her beta, so it's a Toga. I'm not going to bother catching. We don't really have that much mobility, and that's kind of one of the downsides to this Deku. Deku has like a lot of vertical mobility, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of horizontal mobility. However, the range on his alpha really just makes up for that, making him just really, really strong character with little to no faults, because I think the only thing that this character is probably missing at this point is just armored moves, and honestly, he doesn't really need them. His toolkit is pretty strong as is. I definitely don't think that he needs any type of armor, especially when his beta goes into the air and just it's a self movement tool itself, you know? Like, you don't really have to, you don't stand still and cast something. You are moving constantly with this character because of his Gamma and because of his beta, and his beta just like launches him, especially if he's tracking onto somebody. He's launching himself off the floor and then just sticking to the target, and if he does hit that target, he does true damage, meaning he does HP damage. He doesn't do just damage to the shield. So unfortunately here, I was trying to save my teammate, we just couldn't do it. All my baiting into the wall, we didn't get the true damage that I was just talking about. However, the slam that we did do a lot of damage, and I tried to put the wall up to protect myself since it was also a small like corridor, and the doorway the walls were enough to like block it out. Thankfully, that did work, but I stepped into the Shiggy puddle, making us jump up to the top. And somehow, we lost him. I don't know how we lost him. I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. I definitely need to heal up, though. And we're sitting at 7 KOs with 5k damage. Just putting in absolute work with this character. But we do not have any revive cards to save our teammates. Or teammate, rather, who is currently just waiting to be revived. Now, I'm looking for the next target because I'm fully healed and I'm ready to just square up. I'm also just listening to the sounds, trying to just survey and check out how many are left. So I definitely want this All Might gone. But however, the AR is a plus ultra. So I'm going to put the wall down. That stops him from baiting at me. And I was kind of looking up just to see if he was going to go up into the sky. I know a lot of times All Mights will just immediately do their special after they use plus ultra. So I was just covering my options with that wall there. I didn't want to get baited. I didn't want to get shot. So we put the wall up and we use it defensively to watch out for ourselves. Now I'm on top of this All Might. He's twisting away again and again. We took a little bit of damage, but I immediately go to heal. This is really important because this is the final circle and I need to make sure I can keep up as much as possible. So I put the wall down here. Somebody went down back there, and now I see the Midio. Midio is in permeation, so we can't really hit him, but I was trying to catch him off guard just in case he tried to get out of permeation and immediately do something, which is possible, and it's really scary with that character. However, not the end of the world. Midio doesn't really do a whole lot of damage. He will if he gets a combo off, but those combos are not super easy to do for him, especially on console. So we eat some damage from the Shiggy, and then he grabs me. I just say no. I just plus ultra because I don't want to deal with it. So we're trying to bully him. We're trying to stay in the air. I don't really want to stay in the puddle. That's not where I'm trying to be. So we don't take too much shield damage. We do get it down on the Shigaraki, and now we have to fight the Deku. But I have to be mindful of the Deku who's going to try to black whip me here. I needed to get the Shigaraki out, but the Deku missed his black whip, thankfully, because that could have been really damaging, especially since Yellow Deku has a lot of good combos with that black whip. Now, that Deku challenged me to an alpha off, and he shouldn't have, because I I already had like higher health. I knew I had higher health. I still had shield, I believe, and it was just no point in him trying to. He already used his Black Whip too. I was pretty comfortable knowing that he didn't have another Black Whip, so I sat there. We shot it out, and naturally I just was able to close it out because I just had more health, and I didn't even really have to dodge or do anything fancy. So that is going to be the first game, and we will get into the second game. The first game with 10 KOs and 6,000 damage. Pretty fun game. But let's get into the second one. Alrighty, and here we are getting underway for round 2. Or match 2, rather, sorry, for Red Deku, who, again, I think is just really strong. But here we're going to start off with a Kirishima next to us. So I found a couple of level ups. I want to take a couple shots at him. Here I'm doing the spread shot. I'm not really aiming down sight, even though I should be, which I am now, given the range. Anytime they just get past a certain range, I'm just going to start aiming down the sight. But here you can see it kind of tracked on, and it hit him, but also he took damage from that Gamma. And he just ate so much damage, and he couldn't really hit us. Kirishima not using the hardening either, as actually, I'm not sure since Season 5. Maybe somebody could tell me in the comments below. Is Kirishima able to use it? Or did they nerf it and make him have a cooldown when the game starts? Because I thought he was able to use it as soon as the match starts, but maybe I'm wrong. I know Mount Lady can't, but anyway. We come outside, we see a Bakugo shooting at this twice. I'm not necessarily trying to save the twice. I just know that the Bakugo really just wants to kill the twice. So I'm getting free damage on the Bakugo. And at this point, Bakugo should have already left. But we used the beta. We knocked down the Bakugo. I'm going to get the twice because I don't want him to get back up and I have to chase him around. I'm just going to take the cards away. And now we're doing the slow finish on the Bakugo. Not that it really matters because we already have full shield. So we get to conserve our alphas in case somebody else was nearby, which there is an Ida nearby. And we already have level 9 from the start of the game. We're just going so quickly. And this is the beta tracking from so far away. You can see that it just landed on his head and just did the true damage as well as some shield damage. And that beta is just, it's crazy. Crazy. And it feels like the shockwave is just really hard to dodge. I haven't gotten to training mode yet, but I need to because there's just something about shockwaves from this beta, same as Kirishima's Gamma, that I just cannot seem to ever dodge. I swear I get hit by it, even though I'm doing my best to dodge it. So, I don't know. Kind of weird, but we pick up some more rainbows. We almost have level 4 on the beta. And now I'm going to just wait for the box here. After getting the box, we just find another person who's outside and already super weak. It's another Bakugo. So we clean him up really quickly. We take his 2 cards. He looks like he might have been a revive. I almost said revelation. I don't know. Revelation. Anyway, my teammates come meet up with me. I'm shooting the crap out of this Mount Lady. She can only take with so many not charge shots. She can only take with so many alphas from Deku because Deku's alpha, while I've not mentioned this, you've probably already seen it multiple times. It does knock down the opponent, and yeah. With Mount Lady, she just can't stay in that giant form forever. If Deku is shooting at her, either one of the 2 things are going to happen. She's going to go down, or she just gets knocked out of the giant form. And it doesn't take many shots for that to happen with Red Deku against the Mount Lady. So speaking of Dekus, we got one behind us, and I felt pretty confident in just charging at him pretty much in the open and without doing too much fancy stuff with the Gamma or anything like that. We do slam on the Todoroki, but now we have it twice, and I'm just going to shoot away while strafing left and right. Not sure that really matters too much considering how sticky the aim assist is in this, but the Todoroki wanted to peep his head out, and it just was not a good idea for him. So we're going to get full shield off of him. I do lose a little bit of life here, but that's okay. We can get that back easily. I'm going to get my level 9 on my beta, and then I probably should dump the rest into my Gamma. I do that. And now I'm looking for ways to heal. So we put the wall up just in case anybody wanted to shoot at us while we're healing. And I'm just ready to keep fighting. I almost left that bubble, but I'm going to come back to it. Just heal up a little bit more. And now I see more people to attack. So let's go down the line and start shooting. So with this, Deku has some shield. And then this Proppy has some shield as well. That's okay. I'm going to go up top. Looks like he's running away, maybe, because they just are hurt. But the Ochako taking so much damage. I'm surprised she still wants to keep fighting. She is basically one tap, but she's doing her best to stay in the air and just being annoying by throwing the car at us. And then Froppy's up here to help as well. But I'm just going to mash that beta because that beta is just so good. We're doing so much damage, and we've got the shield break on the Froppy. Froppy's leaving us alone now too. And oh no, somebody's underneath healing. And who was it? I didn't get to see it. Oh, it was the Froppy. She's still sticking around for some reason. I would have left her ever ago if I was her. But I'm going to switch my attention here a little bit. I'm going to try to help my teammates. The Froppy sitting in front of us and still in range to get tracked by the beta, which is pretty good. But I did not want my teammates to go down, so I tried to focus the Ochako a little bit. And now Ochako's back, hitting us. And I should have just stayed on the roof and paid attention to her. But you know what? All those faults, I gotta hold that because that was definitely my fault. Altruism kills you sometimes, and it definitely showed there. So I gotta wait for this Dabi to hopefully revive me. The shield worked on him, and then there's a Deku climbing next to him, and then he's getting hit by Meteor, and okay, he put down a couple traps. Meteor's down. Oh no, now he's down. Well, I guess that's GG. Right? Right? Is that GG? Look, thank you. Thank you. So maybe Dabi crawled around for a little bit and played dead. That was probably the goal. If it was Dabi, bro. Dabi. But Dabi gets to live in the end, and Dabi is on my team. So with that rose card in pocket, I'm not giving a hope just yet. We're gonna wait to see what this Dabi does, and it is the revive. So thank you, Dabi, for that beautiful revive because I was having such a great game, and I did not want to stop here. Unfortunately, the Ochako is looking, and now I'm out. I can't help with this. I'm just running. We were able to get away. We did some loot. We find the Ochako back over here on the other side of the UA building, and now my teammates are dead. Probably because I left them, which, you know, to be fair, yeah, I didn't have the loot, and I wanted to stay alive, so I had to get away from that danger area. But I did end up picking up my teammates' cards. We find this video out here. And I'm sorry if the scenes are flipping way too fast. It's because I'm trying to cut out all the boring parts of the game. I don't want you guys to have to witness all that. It's basically just dead air, and I wasn't really doing anything aside looting and just like running away from people anyway, or trying to get my teammates back, which you see right here on the screen. I was able to get my teammates back with the rose card, and thankfully they stayed. No one left. I thought somebody jumped in that bush, but that was not the case. And here's an Ida kicking the Froppy that I was hitting earlier. Froppy getting knocked down because she was just taking too many alpha shots, and now she is out of the game. So that puts us at 8 kills, sitting at 5.3. Here comes the Deku, and this is what I was talking about with the tracking on the Deku beta. The Deku beta just did not move anywhere because I was already in the air. If I was on the ground, it would have had a better time tracking. However, that's just one of the things that I had to learn when it came to Deku. I thought it was really, it's funny how like knowledge can change everything about a character, especially something as simple as that. So it can make you feel like you're doing really good with the character, or it can just make you feel like you're doing bad because you're just misusing the one skill. So, Ochako sitting in front of us. We're gonna shoot at her and not be able to kill her. But I'm not too worried about jumping out there too quickly because I want to heal. And healing is important right now, especially because, oh, here's Ochako getting slammed on with the heal. And here comes Deku just shooting us in the back. And I keep trying to heal. I'm doing smalls. I tried to hit him through the wall with the gamma. And then, unfortunately, we weren't able to. But he was behind the wall there, and he didn't see me go up. So we do slam on him from a pretty high height. Unfortunately, we're not at max level, so we aren't doing like the max amount of damage. I missed the Ida. I missed the shot on the Ida, but I think they still would have healed by the time I got the hit off of them. Anyway, Ida missing the beta, but definitely getting that alpha, getting those 2 alphas in that nice little melee attack. But is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Dabi, let me pick up this teammate. You don't have to fully rest him, Dabi. Oh, that's a weird bug. Okay, not sure why it still let me carry him, even though he was already up. But I've not seen that bug. We are sitting at 4 alphas. I need more levels, but I also need the heals. So I'm just sitting in this corner, and it's already a small circle. Plus, I'm pretty sure there's a meteor out there who could have been flying through these walls. Thankfully, he wasn't. And I'm able to save the Shigaraki again. And Meteor's coming through the ground while we also get kicked by the freaking Ida. Holy, there's like, that combo is just, it was painful. I mean, we lost our shields for it. The Shigaraki going down again. Not really minding the Shigaraki too much because if I didn't bring them back, they're just not going to really have that much life. So I'm going to worry about trying to get rid of the Meteor, who's just being super annoying right now. It's going to go down in 5 shots. If I had level 9, definitely would have been 4 shots. But we have to make do. And then here's the Ida, who is healing constantly. Is this healing? Is this Ida doing the heal? Oh, you know what? I think this Ida is doing the infinite. Well, you know, something to say about that, though. I'm glad the latest tweet, if I've not said it already, I think the latest tweet shows us that they are communicating. They talked about the Toga thing, and they know that the Toga invincibility is now an issue, so they did tweet on that, which is pretty huge. That's good. That's good. And I hope to see more communication like that from them, just to make sure that they're aware. And, you know, obviously if they're aware, then it will be getting patched out or fixed, hopefully relatively soon. But this Ida is definitely on infinite blue, and well, there's not really much he can do. Like, he's just gonna lose regardless. He may be healing a bunch, but however, we have the numbers, and it's just not enough for him to be able to kill us, especially if he knocks us down. Speaking of knockdown, I'm gonna stop trying to chase him, and I'm gonna pick up my team member, because my team member can make sure that he stays off the floor, because floor is lava around Shiggy. But not only floors, but because Shiggy got buffed in Season 5, it's rooftops too, should they use the alpha from the floor and aiming it at a building, which is really cool. I do like that. Almost 200 damage on those alphas, because we are at alpha level 9. We roll the kick, we send some shots their way, and we slam, but we did miss the slam. That's okay. I know they're going over in this corner. I'm just going to keep chasing until they're dead. I'm not going to give them a chance to heal, but I lost them. And I didn't think to check the bush because, well, we heard sound effects from over there. I don't know where they went, but here comes the slam, and he is out of there. Come on and jam. Get out of here, you cheating Ida. We don't want to see that here. We don't need those here. And here we have a 10 KO game with... Oh, no, I think that was 11 KOs. Actually, here, we'll see the screen here in just a moment. But I did have a lot of fun with Deku. Highly, if you don't have him, highly recommend trying to get him or playing with him or trying him out. 11 KOs, 7.2. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.